Hello, question 7, the big 8 marker at the end. I know we've had some big questions earlier, but this is all about expectation. And it's a big one. We've got 8 marks here. And then at the bottom, have we got anything else? Yeah, 2 marker. So I'll worry about that in a bit. So a building hires a crane to complete a large construction project. I'm just going to write here option A. I'm going to make like a little table, A, B, and C. I shouldn't have even wrote option. I'll just start again and make it neater. So A, B, and C. The hire charge per week when booking in advance, £3,000 for the crane. So hire charge. If the crane is needed for longer than booked, the hire charge for each extra week is £9,000. You're working for a company as the project manager. You expect that the construction project will need a crane for 10 weeks. 40% chance it's delayed, and the crane will be needed for longer than 10 weeks. 90% chance of that being 1 extra week. 10% chance needed for 2 extra weeks. So let's just do those probabilities. That's 0.6. Oh my God, I don't know what's happened there. Can I delete that? Delete. So 0.6. The other one is 0.4 times by 0.9. And then C is 0.4 times by 0.1. So this one's 0.04. And this one will be 0.36. So they're the probabilities of these things happening, and we'll take into account what they're going to mean for us later. Right. You estimate that if the project's delayed, there is a 90% chance that the crane will be needed for. I've already done it. You offer the building company 3 options. Hire the crane for 10 weeks. If the project is delayed, pay the increased hire charge. Option B, hire it for 11. If the project is further delayed, pay the extra, and then hire it for 12. Advise the building company on which of the 3 options they should choose. So, if we go down option C, the hire charge is going to be £3,000 times by 12 weeks. So let's get that one out of the park already. £3,000 times by 12. So that's 36000. We've hired it for 12 weeks. That's the cost. There's no issues at all. All right, I've put those probabilities in totally the wrong place now as well, which is a bit annoying. I probably should have worked them out later. But there it is. Hire the crane for 11 weeks. If the project is delayed, the increased hire charge. Let's work out A now. I'm going to go for A. So hire the crane for 10 weeks. If we hire it for 10 weeks, it's 3,000 times by 10. That's £30,000. And you estimate there is a 40% chance it will be delayed. So times that by 0.6. Okay. I'm going to have to start a little bit over here because I want to write all this out. So for part A, we've got 3 things that can happen. So we're going to pay £30,000. This is if it's 10 weeks, £30,000. And then we times that by 0.6, and that's the probability that there is no delay. So £30,000 times by 0.6 is £18,000. All right. In the other universe, we pay the £30,000 plus another 9,000, and the probability that it's going to last 11 weeks is 0.4, and then times by 0.9. All right, so that's the 0.36 that we were thinking about. So that times by 39,000 is 14,040. All right, finally, if this goes for 12 weeks, we are then talking about it being 48,000 times by 0.4 times by 0.1. That gives us 0.04. So that's the probability of that happening. Times by 48,000. And we get 1,920. Right, add all of these up. 14040 plus 18,000. And that's the expected cost for A. That's our expected cost ratio. So I'm going to go back to this now. I'm going to put it up here. 33,916. Actually, that looks better than C, doesn't it? Okay, for B, we've got two options. It's going to be 11 weeks or it's going to be 12 weeks. Or have we? I think we've also got the 10 weeks as well. I think we need to incorporate the 10 weeks. Because with C, if you've hired it for 12 weeks and you go less than 12, it doesn't matter, does it? But for 10, I'm going to work out 12 to begin with. So for 12 weeks, we're hiring it for 11. So 11 times by 3,000 is £33,000. And then we add the 9,000, which gives us £42,000. And then the probability of that happening for 12 weeks, I think I do need to include all these probabilities. That needs to be 0.04. So the chances of that happening is 0.04. 0.04 times by 42,000 is 1680. Actually, I know what I'm going to do for 10 and 11. I can do this together. So for 10 and 11, we are paying, no matter what, 11 weeks of 3,000, which is the 33,000. Now, the probability of it being 10 or 11 weeks is going to be 0.96 because it's effectively the two at the top added together from A, because both of those scenarios come out with the same cost. So 33,000 times by 0.96 gives me 31,680. If I add the 1680, our total cost for that is 33,360. So that actually works out to be the cheapest option, option B. So I would go with option B as has the lowest expected cost. So I do feel as though I need to check the mark scheme. Oh, and I've got it right. Well, happy with that. So I'd recommend option B because its expected cost is the least. Marvellous. Happy with that. These questions are so satisfying to do once you get them done and you get them right. Okay, what does part... Oh my God. I should have used more space. Right, the project will not be delayed if an extra full-time worker is employed for 5 weeks. Okay, so I just want to write out these again. A, B, C. I've got the mark scheme open. So I can copy these down from my independent correct working. And that was 36. So the project will not be delayed if an extra full-time worker is employed for 5 weeks. It would cost 640 quid a week to employ the extra worker. I don't know why they're hiring him for 5 weeks, but no, maybe just rock in, do bits. So that makes 3,200. Explain whether you recommend that the building company should employ the additional worker. Let's have a look. So that's looking at if it's 10 weeks, that's our 30. I need to check that. What's that going to be? 3,000 times by 10. So 10 weeks times by 3,000 is 30,000. Add the 3,200 on, 33,200. Now, this value, if we compare it to these, is less than B. So yes, I would recommend that. Oh my God, I've just clicked on a button and lost everything. I've lost everything. Undo, undo. There we go. So yes, I would oh my God. I know we spelled it right. I would recommend the extra worker, as it may save up to I'd say that's up to 160 quid. Just going to make a nice comparison there, 160 quid less. And that's it, done. 10 marks, sorted. Good luck for your exams. Do remember, subscribe, like the videos, share the word. Get people who are maybe year 12 core maths to subscribe early, and we'll clock up some watch hours together. Good luck for your exams, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.